I suppose that there are other fields that are more accommodating and that for women and accept women better, and women have more opportunities in. And I think that's probably why. One of the things that I did while in all the years that I was working was that I coached people for the licensing exam.
Oh, good.
I did that first in one office, at Gruen's office, where we would meet at lunch hour once a week. And I gave them projects, and those that did my homework assignments, I would go over them and well, those that did the assignments generally passed the exam, and those that didn't do it flunked the exam. And this became known by their friends on the outside, so that others would come in. And I changed offices, went to a different office, and I still had these students coming to me.
I guess so.
And there was no other teaching accommodation here in Southern California at the time. Then after I left the last office, they used to come here to the house, my home here, and I would coach them. And by that time, I started charging them.
I guess so. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you still coaching?
Coaching? Not really.
Coaching and coaching, yes.
Not really. Now the exam is on computer, and I'm qualified to teach them how to use the computer and to do the design exam on it, but I haven't been doing it recently.
I see. Okay. Please tell me about the school you designed for Chicago-based educator Marva Collins.
That was never built.
Oh, never. Oh, I see. Okay.
It was a school that was going to be out here. Mm-hmm. And we did some of the work, the preliminary work on it. And it was
just didn't happen.
Yes. I like the idea that I'm helping people. My first job in teaching was back in New York at New York City Community College. And I didn't realize he was the dean at the time, the dean at a luncheon where he asked each one at the table to say who they were. And I gave him my name and that I'm an architect. He said, "You mean you're a draftsperson?" I said, "No, I'm an architect." He says, "You're a licensed architect?" Now, I looked like a teenager at that time. And he couldn't believe it. So he offered me a job teaching. He knew that his faculty couldn't pass that licensing exam. So he offered me a job teaching, and it was in the evenings. So I've forgotten whether it was 2 or 3 evenings a week. After work, I would go to the school and teach this course. And I had to get over my fear of public speaking. I decided to get over that then. So that was a good part of it. So I taught there for 3 years until I moved out to California. And here in California, at one point I was offered a job teaching at USC. Forgot again whether it was 2 or 3 afternoons a week. It was in the afternoon, but architecture has its ups and downs.
Yes.
And it was down at that point, and so they could spare me in the office.
So you would run off and teach?
Yes.
Yes.
In the afternoons. And I did that for 6 years.
Oh.
And I found out that the work that I used to do, preparing lessons and so on in my office, and also having students come into the office and I would coach them there, that some of that work I was doing after midnight. And I'd gotten busy in the office, so I had to give up that job teaching.